I was never fond of office parties, especially the ones thrown by my wife's boss. They always carried the same stale energy: fake laughter, polite chatter, and too much alcohol disguising boredom. Still, against my better judgment, I agreed to go this time, for Sophia's sake. She'd said it was important, a good chance to make connections, and that her boss preferred when employees brought their spouses. So I put on a suit, climbed into the car, and went along. By the time we arrived, the mansion was already alive with chatter and laughter bouncing off polished walls. A smooth jazz tune played faintly somewhere in the background as servers weaved between guests, balancing trays of wine and hors d'oeuvres. Almost immediately, Sophia spotted a group of her co-workers and disappeared into the crowd, her smile brighter than I'd seen in months. That left me by the buffet table, nursing a glass of wine and pretending to look comfortable. A few polite nods came my way, but no one lingered. I wasn't part of their circle, never had been. Across the room, I caught sight of Sophia laughing at something her boss, Mr. Langford, said. She looked radiant, completely at ease. Meanwhile, I found myself checking my phone every few minutes, silently debating how long I had to stay before leaving wouldn't seem rude. After an hour, I decided I'd done my duty. I typed a quick message to Sophia, telling her I'd grab a cab and wait outside. No reply. With a shrug, I slipped my phone into my pocket and made my way toward the exit. Then I heard it, my name. The sound stopped me cold. It came from a door slightly ajar along the hallway. I'm not usually one to pry, but something in the tone drew me closer. Through the narrow gap, I saw Sophia and Mr. Langford standing close, deep in conversation, too wrapped up in each other to notice me. My stomach tightened as her words floated out. He has no idea. I could lie to him all day, and he'd never notice. It's almost too easy, she said with a soft laugh. Langford smirked, leaning in. You really are good at it. He doesn't suspect a thing, does he? Not at all, she answered smoothly, taking a sip from her glass. He thinks I'm just tired, overworked. Honestly, he's clueless. The color drained from my face. My pulse thundered, so loud I thought they might hear it. Then Langford spoke again, his voice lower. And what about us? When do we stop sneaking around? Sophia's lips curved into a sly smile. Soon. I just need to find the right way to end it. If I'm not careful, he'll get emotional, suspicious. He wouldn't take it well if he knew the truth. I stumbled back a step, frozen. My wife, my own wife, mocking me, conspire with another man, planning how to throw me away. A part of me wanted to burst through that door and confront them both. But I didn't. Not yet. I steadied my breathing, turned, and quietly walked back the way I came. When I re-entered the main hall, I'd already composed myself, wearing the blank mask of a man who'd seen nothing. I stood there a while, pretending I'd simply gotten lost. When Sophia rejoined me later and asked where I'd gone, I even smiled and said, just needed some air. I lied, and she didn't flinch, not even a flicker of guilt. She was good at this. The rest of the evening, I watched differently. Every subtle glance, every light touch between her and Langford suddenly blazed with new meaning. The signs had always been there. I'd just been blind to them. When we got home, she chatted easily about her co-workers, laughing completely at ease. You'd never have guessed she'd just confessed a betrayal hours earlier. I played along, nodding, pretending I hadn't heard a word. But that night I didn't sleep. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, thoughts twisting inside me. How long had this been going on? Had any of our marriage been real? Was I just a safe, steady choice until something more thrilling came along? By morning, I knew what I had to do. Confronting her without proof would only give her a chance to deny and manipulate. So I started collecting evidence. Quietly, carefully, I checked messages, email threads, phone records. Within a week, I had everything. Photos of them leaving hotels, timestamps of late-night calls, even recordings. Enough to end our marriage and their reputations. If I wished. When the time came, I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't let rage drive me. I acted with precision. I called a lawyer, filed for divorce, froze our joint accounts, and changed the locks. Then I waited. The day she came home and found the divorce papers on the table. Confusion washed over her face. "What's this?" she asked. "You tell me." I said evenly, sliding a small USB drive across the table. "Why don't you listen to what's on there?" Her hands shook as she plugged it in. Her face paled as the recordings played. When she finally looked up, I spoke before she could. "I heard everything that night. Every word. You were already planning to end it. Let me make it easier for you." That was when she broke. Tears, apologies, desperation. She called a mistake, said she still loved me, swore it meant nothing. But her words had no weight anymore. The damage was done. The trust gone. So I turned and walked away. Away from her, the lies, and the life I thought we'd built together. And I didn't look back.